Going to give it just a couple minutes here before we get started. Everybody's hopping on the call here last minute.
Good morning, Kat, Carlos, Julian, David, Tim. How are you? If you guys can rename yourself, just adding the city that you serve primarily right after your name, that would be great.
Jose, is there a bunch of background noise when I'm talking?
Yep.
No?
You're good.
Okay. Sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel and something's about to suck me through the roof.
For now, I'll let you know if you do.
All right, cool.
Good morning, Delinda, James, Ed. Welcome. If you guys can,
Good morning.
Good morning.
you guys can name yourself by just adding the city that you serve primarily.
Well, that was a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I'm hearing double.
I need to.
I'm hearing
If
double.
everybody mutes themselves and, when you're ready to talk, one person.
You're all muted now.
You see, now the room got really quiet. So again, welcome everyone. If you guys can rename yourself by adding the city that you serve primarily right after your name. And Mr. Brad Seaman will be starting with you guys shortly.
Love all the familiar faces and new ones on the call today. It's exciting. Going through everybody. There's one person in here that sings me happy birthday every single year on my birthday. You can guess who that person is. I'll be impressed.
Can we guess ourselves?
I was hoping somebody would call you out.
Carolyn Monroe.
Welcome, Delinda. Good to see you.
I'll have my camera on shortly. I'm just walking into the office.
That's good to know that I'm not the only person that sings happy birthday to my friends, and I have a very bad voice, so.
I salute
I
you.
sing the dirty birthday song, the one where you say you live in a zoo. You look like a monkey.
And you act like one too.
Is it the realtor that has the fabulous shoes? Is that who sings happy birthday to you?
She might have fabulous shoes, but I don't think it's the one you're thinking of.
No, it's a he.
Yeah, I know. That's not the one that sings to me. All right, we're gonna get started here. 9:05. Super excited for our call today. Thank you all for coming on. These are going to get back to regular monthly meetings. So towards the end of the month, every month we'll be putting one of these on the calendar. Please keep coming. Invite any BNI agents that you might know from across the country, and continuing to bring you new content, new conversations. Actually, I'm really nervous about today's meeting. Did you know that?
Why?
I do quite a bit of these, and I have a little bit of anxiety about talking in-person, virtual, hybrid. So bear with me as we go through this, and we'll talk through some topics and get you in breakout rooms to learn a little bit more and have a discussion. So my name is Brad Seaman. I'm your honorary chapter president for the month of the BNI Real Estate Referral Network. Bringing agents from across the country together with the hopes that you'll all pass business amongst each other and grow your own businesses with BNI agents from across the country. So today we're going to try a couple new features. Number one, Jose, if you would do me a favor, we've got Jose Fernandez from Miami on the call. He's going to share with you a poll that we want to learn a little bit more about your current situation in regards to whether you're currently in person, virtual, or some version of virtual and in person, a hybrid. And what is your personal preference for the long haul of what direction you'd like your chapter to go? Now, answer each one of these once for us. The goal here is just to find out what people are looking for and the direction that they're going to go. You're going to have a self-directed option for breakout rooms in our first open networking. So you'll have a choice between 3 different rooms that will be curated and monitored. So, give us your answers and we'll see what we can do with those solutions.
Are these answers supposed to be as of October 1st?
However you want to answer them. We didn't define that. So as the first one's as of today, what situation are you in? And the second one is for the future. So no specific date cut off, but interpret that as you will.
So Brad, mine launched as a virtual chapter and we're staying virtual. So, I mean, it's not that I would like to go person or not. It's not an option.
That's fine. Just go virtual and virtual on the answer. All right. Thank you all for doing that. So that's number 1. Finish up your poll answers. We're going to close that right now in about 5 seconds. And the next thing is, you all have been asking this on every single one of these calls. How do I get contact information for the people I met on the call? We have the solution for you. We're going to pop in a little link for all of you to fill out a Google spreadsheet to share your information so that at the end of the call, we'll share this with all of you, only intended for the people on the call. We did not want to distribute your information to BNI and the world. We wanted to make sure if you wanted to get in contact with somebody specifically, you could reach out to them. Do me a favor, fill out the form. Do not use this as your new spam list. This is not an opportunity to start marketing to everyone on the list. I get lots of emails from agents across the country, and earn that trust, do a one-to-one, connect with them, but please do not email blast everyone that's on this list for the future. Is that okay? Is that a deal? All right. If you do not want your information shared, don't fill out the information. Easy as that, or don't fill out the survey. All right, so next step. I'm going to go through a couple things. So BNI is the most successful organization of its type in the world. And there are currently thousands of chapters, more than 200,000 members. Members of BNI have passed millions of referrals, and this translates in billions of dollars of business being passed amongst our members. The philosophy of BNI is
Givers gain.
Givers.
Givers.
You know what? It is so much more fun in person. Unmute yourself real quick. The philosophy of BNI is
Givers gain.
Givers gain.
Givers gain.
all right. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. Thank you. So the philosophy of BNI is givers gain. If I give members to business to the members of my chapter, in return, they will want to give business to me. All right. I'm going to take a quick pause right now, and I'm going to ask all of you a favor. Is that okay? Here's the favor. I am growing BNI content. So this recording, as well as other recordings of masterminds, as well as BNI tips, tricks, real estate related for agents across the country, is now going on to our BNI YouTube channel. So we're going to pop a link in there for you. If you would pause and just subscribe to our channel, you will never miss a meeting, even if you had a conflict. And you'll also get some short snippets of what we're doing, how we're interviewing people across the country, including Ivan Meisner and others that can add value to your BNI experience. So before we're done, please click on the link and subscribe to us. We want to make sure we get you that content. It's a little rough right now, so bear with us, but we will continue to develop that and bring you more content as we go. All right. You're all going to get a chance. This is the time in the meeting where we give members a brief moment to continue the process of educating their fellow members about who they are, what they do, and how they add value, what sort of business they're looking for. We're going to start off with 40-second commercials. If you will keep this to 40 seconds, that will help us tremendously. We have quite a few people to get through. Jose is going to help me, and he has asked if everyone can raise their virtual hand, not this one, the virtual hand, so that we can make this process a little bit easier. So online, please raise your hand, and we will either help you put it down or you can put it down yourself once you have completed your commercial. Jose, take it away, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So we'll start with Dan Edwards from Washington.
Good morning, BNI and fellow realtors. Dan Edwards here with the Eastside Real Estate Team. We specialize in helping people in the greater Seattle area east of Lake Washington. That includes cities like Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond, Sammamish, Issaquah, and beyond. So who do you know that is out there looking to relocate to work for Google, Microsoft, Boeing? These are our biggest employers in the area. If you know of anybody that's looking to relocate this way, we'd love your referrals. Dan Edwards with the Eastside Real Estate Team.
Awesome. Tally from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Sorry, my camera just fell off my screen. Hey, this is Tally Griffith. As you can see in my background, I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. We are a starting chapter. Actually, we're probably charter in next week. We are so excited. We've been trying to build this for quite a while. So I have been in BNI on and off for the last couple of years. We service all of the Raleigh area, Triangle area. So Durham, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, all the surrounding counties. There are tons of little towns around us. If you don't know, I always say, if you don't know where the town is, talk to either Charlotte agent or a Raleigh agent. We'll point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Tally. Amy from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Good morning. I'm Amy Scher with EXP. I'm based out of Raleigh, Durham. To kind of play into what Tally was saying, I mean, our market's driven a lot right now by Apple has announced headquarters here. So we're getting a lot of interest coming from you guys on the West Coast. We've also had a lot of interest from people asking about investing in investment property because stuff is still affordable here. So if you guys have any referrals for folks that are have some money to burn and are looking for a good investment opportunity, please send them my way. Amy Scher, call Amy for your share of the market.
Thank you, Amy. Caroline in San Francisco.
Hi, good morning, BNI. My name is Carolyn Reinholtz. I'm with the Level Up Group of Keller Williams in San Francisco. I serve San Francisco, Berkeley, Oakland, the East Bay of San Francisco Bay Area. Affordable, what's that? So if you know anyone who is looking to, who is interested in San Francisco real estate in the Bay Area, has questions, or is looking to move or sell, I'd love an introduction. My name is Carolyn Reinholtz, and I'm with the Level Up Group, San Francisco. Thanks.
Thank you, Caroline. Michael in Phoenix.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Fabro. I'm with the Ignite Group. I'm the owner of the Ignite Group at West USA Realty here in the Valley. I service Phoenix, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, the entire Valley, but those are the three main areas that I work in. What I'm looking for this week or this month is someone that is looking to purchase a second home or a vacation home. I'd like to show them how they can realize how they can turn that second home into an Airbnb while they're not using it. So if you have somebody that is looking to relocate or to have a second property in the Valley here, that would be a great referral for me.
Awesome, thank you, Michael. Chris Morris.
Hi, good morning, BNI. I am Chris Morris. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, or Tampa Bay for all the let's see, the Super Bowl fans, the Lightning fans, as far as the Stanley Cup, as well as the Rays on their way to win the World Series this time. So if you know anybody who wants to move to a Tampa Bay area or be around a lot of champions, I can help them with that. That's Chris Morris with the Florida Executive Realty. I'm in the Powerhouse Group. We're just about 1 year old. We started as a charter group right in the middle of COVID, or beginning of COVID, August, April of 2020. So Tampa Bay area, Chris Morris, you got it.
Thank you, Chris. Mr. Tim from Cleveland.
Good morning, Tim Vanderlaan, Keller Williams, Ignite, service the Cleveland, Akron area, affectionately known as the Northeast Ohio area. So there's a lot of towns around. So give me a call if you have anybody that is looking in the Cleveland area. And to piggyback on Amy, investors are flocking to Cleveland. So we're seeing a real increase in the Cleveland market. So if you have anyone interested, please let me know. Tim Vanderlaan, Keller Williams Realty, and the BNI Embassy chapter.
Thank you, Tim. My friend, Mr. Carlos Gutierrez.
Good morning or good afternoon for everyone, depending on where you are, I guess. Carlos Gutierrez here in Miami, also with Jose. So I've been in BNI for 12 years now, joined a chapter that after 2 years failed. And then when that happened, I was locked out of every other chapter. So I started my own, so I'm the founding president of BNI Synergy. Chapter is still going strong. We are in what I consider one of the most competitive real estate markets in the country, with 52,000 realtors in our area. So a few things I've done to differentiate myself are really proving myself to be an expert. I'm a court-appointed listing agent. I testify as an expert witness in court. We've done a ton of relocations in the pandemic, and getting a master's degree halfway through it in management with a concentration in real estate investment and finance. So if you're looking for somebody to relocate in Miami or list and sell and live out of Miami, would love to help. Carlos Gutierrez, down in Miami.
Thank you, Carlos. Diana Martinez in California.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Diana Martinez, realtor with Keller Williams here in the Elk Grove, Sacramento area. My chapter is the BNI Elk Grove Harvesters. I've been in the Harvesters for about 10 years now. And believe it or not, we were able to actually grow this last year. So really, really proud of my chapter. A good referral for me this rest of this year, I would say, is we are seeing a lot of folks either moving into the Sacramento County or they're moving out to Texas. That seems to be kind of the place that people are going. So Bay Area is coming this way, and then the folks that have been here for quite some time are heading out of state. So if you know somebody who is looking to make one of those big moves, that would be a great referral for me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Diana. Vicky from Atlanta.
Hi, everybody. Vicky Severcool with Severcool Real Estate Team out of Keller Williams in town in Atlanta, Georgia. We work with any clients that are coming in. Think of we have a lot of Atlanta's kind of a sprawling city. So if you aren't really sure if it's Atlanta or not, just reach out to me and I'm happy to make sure they get sent to the right place. But think of Atlanta, Decatur, Roswell, Marietta, Smyrna. All of those are types of cities that you might hear of when somebody says they're coming to Atlanta.
Thank you, Vicky. Joanne from Nashville.
Good morning / afternoon. Joanne Brundage. I'm with Realty One Group. I focus most of my business on Middle Tennessee. We're a small enough area, yet large enough that I'll go quite a bit north and quite a bit south. I work with a lot of out-of-towners, especially people looking for bigger properties, and a few California people that think our real estate's cheap, and a few other people that don't think it's quite so cheap. So we still have quite a bit of property here for those that are moving here. I've lived in 9 states and 12 cities, so I certainly understand moving. So love working with people from out of town and helping them get settled here in Nashville.
Thank you, Joanne. Todd from Hoboken.
Good morning, everyone. Todd Maloof, Prime Real Estate Group in Hoboken, New Jersey. We are a suburb just outside of Manhattan, just across the Hudson River. So if you know anyone in Manhattan who's getting priced out of their expensive apartments, we are a great alternative. Sometimes people consider us an easier commute into downtown Manhattan versus the people who live on the Upper East or Upper West Side. We service all of Hudson County. That includes Hoboken, Jersey City, Weehawken, Union City as well. Happy to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Craig from Maryland, DC metro area.
Well, good afternoon. Good to see everybody. My name is Craig Rosenfeld. I am based here in Montgomery County, Maryland. I am licensed in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, so I can take care of all your clients throughout the region, whether they're government-based or they are in defense or the medical biofields that we have a lot going on in this area. I've been in BNI now for 10 years. Our group has been around for a little bit over 20 years. And if we have anyone on the call today that's in Fayetteville, PA, please reach out to me. I do have a referral for that market. Have a great day.
Thank you, Craig. Mike from Denver.
What is happening, everybody? It's good to see so many familiar faces. My name is Mike Bruce. I'm out in Denver, Colorado. If you know anybody that's moving to Colorado, please let me know. Great at networking with a bunch of other agents in here. So if I can't service that area, I will send you a different way. But Colorado is on fire right now. If you know anybody who is looking at selling houses, we have increased almost 10% this year already. So it is a great time to be cashing in. But also, yeah, if you're looking at moving over this way, let me know. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mike. Brandon from Katy, Texas.
Hello, everyone. Brandon with Scott Property Group at Keller Williams. And hey, I know that guy, Mike. We've actually exchanged quite a few referrals through connections like this. So this is a great group. I'm in Katy, Texas, just west of Houston. People in the energy corridor, oil and gas industry come this way to land in kind of the top rated schools in the area, Katy School District. So we have a lot of influx of buyers from California and New York. But if you have anybody coming this way, we would love to help.
Thank you, Brandon. Eileen from Jacksonville.
Eileen McVeigh, and I'm with Remax in Jacksonville, Florida, servicing Ponte Vedra, St. Augustine Beach, Jacksonville Beach, all the beaches areas. We're pretty well known for having an abundance of golf courses, great healthcare. The Mayo Clinic and MD Anderson are here. And then we also have the #1 school district in St. Johns County in the state. So we have quite a few families that are moving here. Recent moves I've dealt with: California, New York, Atlanta. So anyone headed this way, have them give me a call, and in North Florida. And again, I network with some people too, so I can help make sure they get to the right place.
Thank you, Eileen. Jeff from Syracuse, New York area.
Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. I'm Jeff Roney with Keller Williams Realty Syracuse, and I'm with the Syracuse First BNI chapter. I've actually been a member of the chapter for 22 years, and it's a very important part of my business. Home of the Orange, that's what Syracuse is, the SU Orangemen, and I specialize in residential real estate here. A big part of our economy is medical, and Syracuse University and Lemoyne College and some other schools that are close by. So doctors, nurses, professors are all great referrals for me. We have a lot of snowbirds here as well. That spend part of the year in a warm climate, and a lot of those people end up moving there full time after they retire. So snowbirds are also an excellent referral for me. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jeff. Travis, Posset.
Good morning, BNI. Sorry, my camera decided today to not work. I've been doing Zoom meetings in BNI and it's been working, but today it said no. So I'm Travis Fawcett, your real estate resource for life with Mountain Land Real Estate in Pleasant Grove, Utah. I've been a local realtor here for 18 years. Today, 82% of my business comes from past clients and referrals from past clients. So I can speak with a high degree of confidence that I take good care of people and they like to come back. Service all of Utah and Salt Lake County. So anywhere in that general range around Salt Lake within really an hour or so is people that I'll be happy to work with. Excited to meet you guys further, and thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Travis. Robin from Scottsdale.
Morning, BNI. I'm Robin Victor with Remax Excalibur, residential realtor out of Scottsdale, Arizona, serving the entire valley. Our market is absolutely on fire beyond belief. There's so many people wanting to buy and so few homes for sale. A great referral for me would be anybody that wants to sell, but also our market has increased dramatically, but the rentals in our market have increased more dramatically. Since the first quarter of 2020, an average rental of 1,500 to 2,000 square foot home has increased between $500 and $600 a month. So a great referral for me would be somebody that wants to invest someplace and have a rental property. Thank you very much, and it is great to see everybody on this call.
Thank you, Robin. Laura in California.
Good morning. My name is Laura Eklund with Realty One Group Complete, and I've been in BNI for 10 years. I'm in Northern California, so it's the greater Sacramento area. I service Placer County. And as everybody knows, people are moving out of California. You can't even get U-Hauls. So yes, they're going to see Judy, who my clients absolutely love. They're going to Texas, Tennessee, anywhere but California. But we also have a lot of people coming from the Bay Area. So if you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell, send them my way.
Thank you, Laura. Mark in Denver, Colorado.
Morning, everyone. Mark Cruz, Remax Alliance here in Denver. Been in BNI for almost 16 years and been in real estate for almost 17. Service at least 40 miles each way, up to 50, depending on if it's farm and ranch or if I'm up in the mountains. We are doing a lot of relocation work. And I've kind of made that a specialty over the last 15 years since everyone wants to be here. So if you have relocators, definitely give me a call. I can educate you and them on the process.
Thank you, Mark. Anna in Long Island, New York.
Yes, good morning and afternoon, everyone. Anna Biegelman, Exit Realty Premier, serving Long Island and Queens, New York. We're just outside New York City, a lot of commuters that work in New York City, and I'm doing this for 20 years, BNI members for over 17 years. Right now, not enough sellers, as I'm sure all of you are experiencing, so looking for more sellers. A lot of people getting off the island and got off the island, so that's an opportunity for you to refer their listing back here, because chances are they're looking with you first. And on the other side, people from New York City have been moving here and buying homes instead of being in buildings. So we have buyers lined up for any price property. Properties range from $100,000 for a summer cottage to in the millions and millions of dollars on the Gold Coast and the Hamptons. So chances are, if they want it, we have it. So would love to work with you. And just this year, since this group became active, I took in 2 referrals and taking in another seller referral soon from this group and sent out 2 referrals. So it really works great. And really take advantage of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Kat Mayo, Western.
Hi, I'm Kat Mayo. I am in the western suburbs of Philly. I work with Keller Williams. I also work with BNI. Some of you may have gotten emails from me. I am a chapter placement specialist for the core regions. So if you think my name rings a bell, that might be the reason. I've been selling real estate since 2010. I started my first chapter for BNI in 2012. I have just started my 3rd chapter because my husband likes to move me around. I am, since we've been married 30 years, he's moved me 10 times. And we're not talking about across the street. We're talking state, we're talking international travel. And that's why I work very well with relocation people, because I know how it feels to be relocated. Just to give you a heads up, Philly is known for its medical, it's known for its schools, it's known for education, it's known for its pharmaceuticals, finance, and tech. So think of me if you have somebody come into Philly.
Thank you, Kat. Jerry in the Hampton, Virginia.
Morning, everybody, or early afternoon, everybody. Jerry Trickey with Keller Williams in Norfolk, Virginia. We're just blocks away from the world's largest naval base, Naval Base Norfolk. So that is a large specialty of what I do, helping people who are forced relocation. Many people on here have people that just want to move. I work with a lot of people that have to move because the government tells them to. So I have closed earlier this month on a couple coming from Italy. I have one next week. They're closing, they're coming from Italy and they have not been here. So I work virtually with a lot of clients. I have 2 couples coming at the end of the year from Jacksonville that are also military. So if you know any military, we have large Navy presence here. About 40% of our population is either veteran, active duty, or DOD. But we also have some Marine and some Air Force as well. So Hampton Roads, Southeastern Virginia area, I'm your guy.
Thank you, Jerry. Michelle in Twin Cities.
Hi, I'm Michelle Hoagland with Keller Williams Preferred Realty here in the Twin Cities. I'm actually in the southern metro of the Twin Cities. I'm actually 20 minutes from the Mall of America. So some people, that's a good place for them. I've been in the business for about 20 years and been with BNI about 3. So this is kind of newer to me, obviously first time on one of these conference calls, so I'm excited. And we have some great things like companies like 3M, Medtronics, Mayo Clinic, Target, all of them. We do get a lot of relocations for those kind of companies here. But we also do a lot of snowbird people. So they get out of here right about now and go to Arizona and Florida and Texas. And so we have a lot of people looking for places in all of those areas. So anybody that's also looking for, lake homes, we have a lot of lake homes here. So that's what I'm looking for. I have a team of 10. So we're happy to serve you.
Thank you, Michelle. Ed in LA, California.
How you guys doing? Ed McLaughlin, Remax Estate Properties in Los Angeles Beach City. So we're just about 15 minutes south of LAX, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Torrance area, even PV. Been in BNI for 18 years, a realtor for about 20 years in the area, and here to serve all your needs. Anybody needs to move to the small town Los Angeles. It's our own little bubble here, we call it. And happy to meet you guys.
Thank you, Ed. Lynn in Central Indiana.
Hey everyone, Lynn Murray. I am located in Central Indiana, Indianapolis, and the surrounding area. You may know us from the racing capital of the world. We also have the Eli Lilly is located here. I am a lifelong resident of Indianapolis and the surrounding counties and would love to help with any of your relocation needs here in Indianapolis or the surrounding area.
Thank you, Lynn. Pat in Memphis. You muted, Pat. You muted.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Pat Goldstein with Crylike Realtors, and I work in the Memphis, Tennessee, and North Mississippi area. Been in the real estate business for 37 years and been a member of BNI. Started a chapter 21 years ago, and I'm now on my third and best chapter. Love to work referrals. We have the largest inland Navy base here in Memphis. At least I think it's still the largest. A lot of people who fly for the Navy are here. And we have also a large hospital system, including St. Jude's Hospital. So work with a lot of medical related people.
Thank you, Pat. Mr. Sam Eckerson from Orlando.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are. Sam Eckerson, Keller Williams Realty in Orlando, Florida. I've been in BNI going on my 10th year now, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I was a chapter president there, launched a chapter here. Day one, we launched with 42 members in BNI, and so I helped lead that charge. So I'm definitely a BNI advocate. A good referral for me, though, is that snowbird who lives in the north, Minnesota, Iowa, maybe Detroit. That would be a great referral for me. I'm in Orlando, and so I can help them be snowbirds, find a house here, and then they can relocate when it gets warmer in Minnesota and in the north. Sam Eckerson, Keller Williams Realty.
Thank you, Sam. Sean?
Hey guys, sorry, I'm not used to doing this on the phone. Sean Carpentier with the Double S Group of Keller Williams Realty in Northern Colorado. So I cover pretty much the Larimer County, Weld County area. Northern Colorado, you think of as Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, and Berthoud, which is becoming a hot area. We are in the top 5 for relocations for people who want to work from home. So if somebody is moving to the Northern Colorado area, I'm half of a mother-daughter team. The older half will be here to help you out.
Thank you, Sean. John in the BA, DC, Maryland area.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Wilson, and I work in DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. And right now, I would love to get some sellers. One population I've been working a lot with are landlords who want to cash in and cash out their high gains and before there's any capital gains tax changes. So if you know anybody who has rental properties in this area, I'd love to hear from you. Also, I'm an attorney, and so I work a lot with trust and estate attorneys and divorce attorneys. So if you know anybody in this area that are attorneys, I would love introductions to those people. And for my buyer clients, since we have such a huge government presence, most of my buyer clients tend to be government people, State Department, military, CIA, FBI. So if you know anybody like that who's moving to the area. And for referrals out, since the pandemic, most of my referrals out have been going to California, Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina. So if anybody who works in those areas would like to connect with me later, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
Thank you, Dawn. Delinda?
Hello, everyone. Delinda Crampton with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I serve Las Vegas, Henderson, and Boulder City. Founded my BNI chapter about 13 years ago, and I've been a realtor for 18 years. Work with a lot of relocations. They're coming here from California, Oregon, Washington, and other states as well. Great referral for me is back when our market tanked, investors swooped in and bought up a ton of property. Now we're seeing people who are tired of being landlords. They want to cash in at the peak. So if you know of anyone who has investment property out here that would maybe like a market analysis, that'd be a great referral. Or of course, anyone relocating here. Thanks.
Thank you, Delinda. Beth in Seattle.
Good morning. It is good morning in Seattle here. Beth Kavakovich with Sotheby's International Realty. Really great to be on this call with everybody. Looking forward to referring the world to you. And I've been a realtor for 22 years in the Seattle area. Also, you've heard of course, Amazon and Microsoft. We are they founded it here in the Seattle area. And so anybody that's moving here to relocate for those jobs at Microsoft and Amazon would be very great. Also, Starbucks started here in Seattle. So some of the areas that I work in are Redmond, Bellevue, Woodinville, Kirkland, Bothell, and Snohomish. A lot of people moving out to the country, and I specialize in that with finding them land and peacefulness and privacy. Beth Kavakovich, cherishing relationships for life. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Beth. Neil in the Hamptons.
Hi, everyone. Neil Tevez. I'm with Compass Real Estate in the Hamptons. Where's the Hamptons? Hamptons is Long Island. So I don't do Long Island. I specifically work in luxury properties from Dune Road all the way out to Montauk. So Jose, I'd like to thank you for putting this together. This is great. If you do have a Hamptons referral, I would love to take it. If you have anything for Long Island that's not the Hamptons, kudos to Anna Beagleman. I would recommend her. She's great at what she does. And thank you again.
Thank you, Neil, and all the kudos to the boss, my boss, Mr. Brad Seaman in San Diego. So thank you. Jury in Boise, Idaho.
Good morning, Judy Trimble with Remax Executives here in Boise, Idaho. I have been a real estate agent for 17 years now and been in BNI. I believe I'm going on my 12th year in BNI. We are a destination spot. So there are people flocking here, and not just the Boise area, but all over the state. So I cover all the towns around the Boise area: Boise, Nampa, Caldwell, Eagle, Parma, Star, Middleton. They're all in a cluster around that Boise area. And then I also cover vacation area of McCall, Donnelly, Cascade, Garden Valley. I spend a lot of time in the mountains, so it's easy for me to do that. And I know a ton of agents all over the state of Idaho. So if you don't know where to go, come to me and I'll direct you to a great agent in another area if it's not me. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you, Judy. Julian in Charleston.
Hey, everybody. This is Julian Hill down in Charleston, South Carolina, which has been ranked #1 city in the world for the last 4 years. We have world-class beaches, historic architecture, lots of awesome food. So it's a great place to visit, lots of tourists. So we can handle their residential or commercial real estate needs. So anybody you know coming down or even coming to visit, love to connect with them and see what we have to offer down here in Charleston. Julian Hill with Caldwell Banker Realty.
Thank you, Julian. David Lang in Fort Myers.
Morning, everybody. David Lang, serving. I'm at Keller Williams, Fort Myers on the islands. We do Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Sanibel Island, Estero, Bonita Springs. It's Southwest Florida. And I'm gonna, talk about what Sam Erickson did. We're looking for second home people. Highway 75 tends to funnel the Midwesterners to our area for second homes. Be happy to assist. Probably more than half my businesses, second home buyers and sellers. And better than a buyer right now with inventory low. If you know someone who has a second home down here and isn't using it as much as they would like to, boy, I'd love to have a second home seller. So have a great day, guys.
Thank you, David. Rick Coco, Massachusetts.
Hey, everybody. Rick Coco with Remax Partners in Andover, Massachusetts. I serve the areas that are northwest of Boston, towns of Andover, North Andover, cities like Lawrence, Methuen, Haverhill, Old Mill Cities, Lowell. If I can't help your referrals, I have been in a networking group with Remax since 1995 and can cover a good part of the state with the people in our group. Massachusetts, as you know, has a lot of high-tech, biotech, medical, and education, higher education. So we do have people coming to our area and people that, are looking for, sometimes properties for, to house their children instead of dorms. I've been with Remax. I was a founding member. BNI. I've been a founding member for, it's 11 years now. We just wrapped up our last meeting, and we've been virtual for basically since last March. We missed one meeting. It was interesting. I was notified that I gave the most referrals this past year. I had the most visitors, and I was responsible for 25% of the thank you for closed business in our chapter, which was well over $1 million given. So I'm thrilled to be with BNI. I love it, and I would love to work with your referrals. I've been in the business 45 years, which probably makes me the dinosaur of the group, but I still love what I do. Thanks.
Thank you, Rick. Don in Connecticut.
Yeah, thank you, Jose and Brad, for putting this together. Dawn Grabover, Keller Williams Realty. I'm in Westchester County, New York, and Western Connecticut bordering New York. So a lot of our people are down around searching for places with better taxes. So you might see them out running around in your town, but they do have a house to sell here. I'm happy to sell it so I can get them back to you. And this way they can make that move and get to warmer, tax-friendly states. So that's what I'm looking for. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Don. Jamie in Colorado.
Hello, everybody. Jamie Krakowski in Colorado Springs. I have the Krakowski team here with Keller Williams Client's Choice. I've been with BNI Success Partners for 7 years, and we work with a ton of military. We are one of the largest military states in the country with over 50,000 troops here in the area from every single branch in the country. So we just had the Space Force finally decide to make their home here in Colorado Springs, and they just changed Peterson Air Force Base to Peterson Space Air Force Base, which is, I think, one of the funniest names that a military base has ever been changed to. So if you know any military folks PCSing, ETSing, or know any military guys that are ETSing or families that have homes here in Colorado that want to sell them, we'd love to take care of any of your military referrals. Thanks, everybody, and it's great that this has been put together.
Thank you, Jamie. Blaine in LA.
Hi, my name is Blaine Michelli. I'm with a company called Rodeo Realty, kind of a boutique company in just Los Angeles. If you see my virtual background, this is something very popular, toilets and kitchens in Los Angeles. No, I've been, I know it says Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a huge county. I grew up in Malibu. I actually have a listing coming up in Malibu this month. Lived on the west side for many years, Venice, Mar Vista, Marina Del Rey. I happen to live in the Valley right now, Studio City. So I've done a lot of real estate all over Los Angeles. So I'd love to help with your needs. I mostly do residential realty, but I also do some commercial also. So I know most people are leaving Los Angeles, but there are definitely some people coming in. So love to help you out.
Thank you, Blaine. Charles in Brooklyn, New York.
Hi, my name is Charles Olson with Keller Williams Realty Empire in Brooklyn, New York. And there's a lot of activity in the market here. Things are still a bit crazy in New York, especially the traffic. Today I got turned around on the BQE, Brooklyn Queens Expressway, because of an accident up ahead, and people are literally going the wrong direction. But as I tell all my clients, I solve complex problems with relatively simple solutions. And if anything, in New York City, real estate is complex. You have Department of Buildings, Department of Finance, title, liens, all this type of stuff that goes on with properties in New York. So if you have somebody with a problem property or just somebody looking to relocate to or from Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island in New York, I'm your guy. Charles Olson, Keller Williams Realty Empire, Brooklyn, New York. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. James in Monterey Beach.
Hello, welcome to fabulous Southern California Riviera. James Scarcelli, Scarcelli Real Estate Group, luxury residential real estate broker. We're located 1 hour south of Los Angeles and 1 hour north of San Diego in our little bubble. We have Dana Point, Monarch Beach, Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, and San Clemente. We deal in luxury coastal homes from 1.5 million to 30 million. We have the best beaches, surfing, golfing, restaurants, resorts, and snow skiing in the area. Come and visit us. Deal with a lot of referrals, 13 years in BNI and 13 years with Brian Buffini coaching. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Susan in Portland, Oregon.
Hi, my name is Susan Stoll. I'm in Portland, Oregon with Windermere Realty Group, service the Portland metro area. And we have a very interesting, I don't actually live in Portland, I just want to say that. Portland has a very anti-business government, anti-landlord government, finding a lot of people selling their rentals. I focus on giving exemplary service and extraordinary results. People that are moving in, we have Nike, we have Intel, and people that are moving out because of the political climate here. Love to work with all of them. Susan Stoll with Windermere. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Kirsten in California.
Oops. Hi, sorry about that. I'm Kirsten Hagen, and I am with Compass, working out of both Half Moon Bay and Burlingame, California, which is the San Francisco Peninsula. We have a lot of people moving in, especially Half Moon Bay is a coastal area, so lots of people wanting to be on the coast. And then lots of people also leaving and going to areas all over the country. So I would love to help anybody you know who's wanting to be in a beachy locale, or someone who's moving to your area and getting away from the expenses of living on the San Francisco Peninsula. I've been in BNI for 6 years and a realtor for 16.
Thank you, Kirsten. Billy Hitt in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Good afternoon, BNI Realtors. I'm Billy Hitt with Keller Williams, Knoxville, Tennessee. Who do you know that wants to move to the Smoky Mountains, the most visited national park in the country? I've helped 5 folks from Texas and California relocate here this year. They were all BNI referrals, and I would love to help your client move to East Tennessee. So who do you know that wants to move to East Tennessee? That's a good referral for me. Billy Hitt with the I Love Monday chapter of BNI. Good day.
Thank you, Billy. If you have not introduced yourself, just please raise your hand. So my name is Jose Fernandez, and with Keller Williams Realty in Miami. Been doing real estate for 18 years, part of Keller Williams for 12, part of BNI for 6 years. So if you know anybody that's looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate here in Miami, just give them my information. Mary Ann Slam.
So, hi everyone. I'm stuck at a listing putting in a smoke fire extinguisher. So I'm sorry that I wasn't listening before, but I am Mary Ann Slam. I am from Keller Williams Realty in the Summit, New Jersey area. We are a commuter town to New York City. I service all those areas and farther west where the properties get a little bit bigger, 3, 4, 5 acre, 10 acre properties. But we're commuter to New York City. I'm just the new president of our BNI Summit of Success chapter, and looking forward to working with everyone.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Sarah DiMonaco from Tampa Bay.
Happy Thursday. I'm Sarah DeMonico from Tampa Bay, Florida, the city where we have champions and walkable cities, suburbs, and all kinds of other fun stuff to do. I am currently well, tomorrow I'm going to be the president of my chapter Millionaire Makers, and I've been in BNI for 8 years. I'm currently looking to connect with people who are relocating to the Tampa Bay area. We have MacDill Air Force Base, which is Central Command. So lots and lots of Air Force, but also other military bases. And I've written down a couple of people that I need to get with. And I'm also looking for people who are empty nesters and retiring. I am very familiar because I just recently did this, except the retiring part, who are looking for cool walkable communities where there are lots of local breweries and restaurants that they can find a great home that they can walk to. So Sarah DeMonico with R3 Realty from Tampa Bay, Florida.
Thank you, Sarah. Katie in Oklahoma.
Good morning, Kathy Griffith with Prime Realty Residential Real Estate Specialist in our area, husband and wife team. There is my buyer's agent. I work exclusively with sellers, have been in BNI since 2009. That's 12 years. Have been a real estate agent 23 years. Love what we do. If you think of Oklahoma as a saucepan, the handles are panhandle. The stove underneath us is Texas. For those that are trying to move to Texas and just aren't successful because they're getting beat out multiple offers, they've moved to Oklahoma City, where we have friendly people. We've got Tinker Air Force Base, Forbes, and Dave Ramsey has chosen Oklahoma City as one of their favorite destinations for affordable housing. And we have the #1 lowest unemployment in the nation as of today. So Kathy with Prime Realty.
Thank you, Kathy. Courtney in Greater New Orleans.
Hi, everybody. Courtney Cattengell here. I am an independent broker. I've been licensed for 15 years, always working in the Greater New Orleans market. The last 10 years I've been in BNI. I'm a founding member of my current chapter. I'm the outgoing president. And we love working with people moving into the city or the surrounding areas. We love showing property in the French Quarter. There are condos, there are beautiful mansions, antebellum, Victorian homes. Our architecture is next to none. So if you know anybody considering buying a second home in the New Orleans market or relocating here, if they're a snowbird, it's always hot, always. Christmas Day, it's hot. You don't have to have jackets here most of the time. We like those people. And our inventory was already very, very low. Hurricane Ida depleted much of it. So we are starving for inventory, and we have been for the last couple of years. So we like all those referrals and are happy to pay out referral fees. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Maureen, you're muted. And again, if you have not gone yet, just please raise your hand because we're about to wrap up with the introduction. So raise your hand if you have not introduced yourself. Go ahead, Maureen.
Thank you, Jose. My name is Maureen Ilanovsky. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. I've been a BNI member for a decade and a real estate agent for 16 years. I work in the Westfield, New Jersey office. I deal with both buyers and sellers. Our market is extremely hot right now. There's not much inventory and there's lots of buyers. So you need an agent who's there all the time, and I'm here. So I'd love to help you with your clients and would love the referrals. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least, the man that put all this together all the way from the West Coast in San Diego, Mr. Brad Seaman.
Thanks, Jose. And you give me entirely too much credit for how much work you put on behind the scenes and helping out in getting this all together. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Brad Seaman, sunny San Diego. It is amazing that 95% of you I have either met in person, done a one-to-one with, or seen on a call. So thank you all for being a part of this and continuing to come back. San Diego is an amazing place right now with so many people relocating from Northern California, Seattle, Portland. We're getting a huge number of people relocating here and placing referrals with all of you in the process. So thank you so much. My specific ask is actually for any institutional multifamily or condo owners in the Southern California area. Our specialty is DRE, Department of Real Estate white reports and selling out new homes. We're doing 3 projects right now for a total of over 120 units. So if you know anyone that has a large portfolio that extends into Southern California, please send them our way.
Brad, I didn't get an opportunity to speak, and probably the one person who's different from all of you that are here. I'm strictly a commercial real estate broker. We are one of the largest SVN offices in the country. I'm out of Boston, Massachusetts. We specialize in office R&D and light and heavy industrial. We certainly have a tremendous cluster for biotech. We have some of the best hospitals in the world. Certainly the best educational facilities. We have Harvard, MIT, BU, BC. We have over 200,000 students in the Boston area. I'm more than happy to pay referral fees. Our primary focus is on Eastern Massachusetts, but I've been a member of the Society of Industrial Office Realtors for 35 years. I'm a legacy member, and I have done deals all over the world in Dublin, London, Israel, and anyone that I can help, please let me know. Arlen Brown with SVM Parsons Commercial Group in Boston, Mass.
Thank you. Bruce from North Texas, go ahead.
I apologize. I just figured out how to raise my hand. I'm a little bit slow today. Need one more cup of coffee, but I am in North Texas, the #1 hottest market in the country. We're moving 90 people a day into the North Texas area. We want to thank Southern California for sending us Toyota and all of California for sending so many great people. But I can drive around town right now and I'll see car tags from everywhere across the country. Bruce Rayburn, I'm with Eddie Halliday Realtors, a division of Berkshire Hathaway. Be glad to pay referrals to anybody looking to send somebody to North Texas. Have a great day.
Thank you, Bruce. And Jason Fields.
Yes, Jason Fields with Keller Williams. Sorry for the casual attire. I'm actually on vacation today. Been at BNI 10 years, started a chapter 4 years ago, been president 3 times. I'm also a Navy veteran. We are a husband and wife team for about 6 years now. We service Knoxville, Blount, Sevierville, and Loudoun counties. We are looking for people moving from California, Chicago, Washington State, and New York, because that's where our phone is ringing off the hook from. Cabin rentals are hot in Sevierville right now. We just sold one to some friends from Miami the first month. They made $10,000. If you have any investors looking to make some money, send them our way. It's Jason Fields, Keller Williams.
All right, thanks everybody. We appreciate everybody getting a chance to say where they're from and a specific ask. We are a little bit behind schedule today. So the plan was to get into 2 breakout rooms. We will see how that goes, but I wanted to at least start with one of them in the hot topic for today, which is talking about virtual, in-person, and hybrid. So you've all answered our survey, and I appreciate the feedback of how many people are looking for in-person, virtual. I've shared the results with everyone. 57% of you want to get back in person. 33% of you want to go hybrid, virtual, and in person, and 11% are either virtual and going to be all virtual, or would like to continue to stay virtual indefinitely. So the goal here is a couple things, and I'm going to lay some ground rules for this. Number one is we're not here to debate which one is right. Is that fair? They're all okay. Let's not criticize. Let's not beat anybody up over what they choose. But we're going to do self-directed breakout sessions so that you can join whichever topic that you'd like to. The second is we want to support each other and bring ideas and experience to the table to add value. What have you experienced so far? What are the obstacles that you're trying to overcome to get back in person or to go hybrid? This is our chance to kind of talk through those things and make sure that we're supporting each other with solutions to help with our problems. And I want you to walk away from the mastermind with a short list of things to implement when you go back, right? You don't have to take everything on and try and put it back in to your chapter, but if there's a couple small things that you can do to implement moving forward to get your chapter back in person, that'd be great. We're all approaching this at different times and from different places. So some of us have been forced to make a decision to go virtual or hybrid. Some of us have had the option to make the decision to go back in person. Some of you haven't been posed with this question yet. So know that everybody's at a different place. And I just want to make sure that we're open and honest with each other going into these breakouts. So I'm going to leave it there. The goal in the breakout is you pick the room that you'd like to talk about the most, whether that's virtual, in person, or hybrid. Okay, so when we open these rooms up, you're going to get the choice and you have to select one. We'll have moderators in each one. I've got Jose Fernandez in Miami that's going to help out with our hybrid, who he's currently in a hybrid situation that may look a little different than yours. And I also have Carolyn Reinhold. Thank you, Carolyn, for stepping up and helping us out. She is 100% virtual and intends to stay that way ever since the beginning of the pandemic. So they will be helping us out and making sure that the content and the topic is going in the right direction. I'm going to leave it at that, Jose, if it's okay with everyone, and let's open up the breakout rooms and we'll get going from there.
I have not seen a breakout invite.
Me either.
So go and click on the tab, maybe a red pop-up in the bottom that says breakout rooms, and you should get the option to select which breakout room that you can go into.
Do
Brad,
not have
there's
one.
no tab.
Oh, you go to breakout rooms and choose which one.
Correct.
Oh, down at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't see it on mine.
So for some reason, when I'm clicking on the breakout room, it's popping up blank.
Keep
So-
trying. I don't know how to
Yeah,
help.
clearly it's an issue on my end.
Brad, I don't see invite to go into a breakout room.
Might not be an invite. Get into your breakout room.
Oh, wait, breakout rooms. Okay.
Brad, are you able to assign a person to a breakout room?
Mine just says breakout rooms in progress.
Mine doesn't even say that. I don't even see that anywhere.
Oh, Brad, I'm sorry. One more question. It says in person and then there's another one, virtual and hybrid. Which one do I pick? You're muted.
You'll pick whichever one you want to participate in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Brad, I clicked on mine and then it went away. And there's no option now. It's just white.
Does it say
That's
at the
what-
top, breakout rooms in progress? That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Sam, that's what's happening to mine too. I clicked one and then it went away and now it's
Yeah.
white.
See anything anywhere.
You're muted, Brad.
I never got into a breakout room either.
Neither did I
guess-
don't see it anywhere.
Maybe we could just be our own breakout room. Does anybody just
agree.
want to talk about that?
This
Let's
works.
do that. This is our
Let's
breakout
just do
room.
that. We'll be like the leftover people.
Brad, you're
The
muted.
leftovers. That's what our new name is.
Maybe he wants to be muted.
He's
I'm really
he's on
curious
mute
about the
though.
hybrid model, like how things are going for those folks that are hybrid.
Are any of you doing the hybrid?
We are.
Who said we are, Blaine?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Tell us about it. I just don't understand how that would work. Right now, we're all virtual.
Well, we just
Likewise.
actually starting next Monday, or sorry, next Wednesday, will be our first hybrid, getting back together for however long. I'll be honest, I know there's a lot, kind of fighting in our group, because I know there's a few people in our group that really want to go back completely.
Yeah, our
Like
group.
I do.
Yeah, our group, like the hybrid wasn't given to us as an option. It was virtual until they allow us to go back in person. And so we've just been pushing it. Like, they kept giving us a date and then they'd be like, no, there's a breakout, you can't do it. And then they give us another date. So right now we're just staying virtual. But I mean, the hybrid's intriguing. I just don't understand how it would work exactly.
So basically, yeah, the first Wednesday of every month, we're going to meet at a local restaurant and see how that goes, I guess. But I do know there's some people in the group that are quitting because they want to go back full time. They're tired of Zoom. So I'll be.
Blaine,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So your hybrid model, you guys are meeting in person, one meeting a month, and then the other meetings are all virtual.
Correct.
It's not a true hybrid where some people, like half the chapter is meeting in person and the other half would be meeting virtually and then, connecting
Yeah, no. I mean, we're calling it a hybrid, but that's how we're doing it. It's just one meeting a
Got
month
it.
in person, and then the rest.
I mean, that sounds kind of like pretty attractive, Blaine, to
Well, at least
me.
you
But
can-
I thought like what Vicky said was what some chapters were doing, where people who choose to be online stay online, and people who choose to be there are there. But I just don't know how that's working.
What I've heard, Don, is so Tim Roberts owns our region. He started the Power of One. He was the national director of the United States. And so his last order of being the national director of the United States, he's not anymore. He resigned. He did it for 3 years. His last order was to put everybody virtual. That was his decision. And what he has told us is just like having people on a monitor and in person at the same time, it just is logistically could be a nightmare because your location would have to be able to facilitate that.
Yeah.
And you would have to have a soundboard or a tech guy or somebody who could facilitate that. So Blaine, our chapter is going to do what you're doing. I'm going to be VP next year. But for us, we had an issue with how our bank account was set up. So we actually had to get a new bank account first, and we've been working on it for a year, and we finally just did it. So we couldn't get dues to do it. So we're going to do what you're doing though, Blaine. So
yeah, I mean, I'm going to be the secretary. We start next week, and
yeah, for us, it would be tough because I know when we were meeting in person, like part of getting the venue was guaranteeing the venue that we were going to give them a certain amount of money each week. And I think if we said we're only coming once a month, it's not worth it to them because they don't open up usually until lunch and we meet for breakfast. So they open up just for us. So I just think finding space would be impossible where we are.
I was surprised they got a space. I've never met here before. A place called Lulu's, but they're open already. So, but they have a big enough space to fit us all.
The one way around that is because I think we're going to have an issue with that too. But is you might have to just pay more for dues to guarantee that.
Mm-hmm.
So you may.
I just don't know because just even staffing and stuff for restaurants now has been just ridiculous. Like a lot of people can't even get staff for their regular restaurant stuff.
Could you pay, not get any food and just pay to the space and all they have to, you just have a space?
I don't know. I don't know that anybody in my group would want to do that. I don't know. And I honestly, I'm super ambivalent about it because being virtual.
What about meeting at your office? Like, do you have a conference room that you're?
No, not big enough for all those people. No.
Yeah.
How big is your group though?
We're about 35, 36.
Okay. We've shrunk a lot. I don't know if anybody else has shrunk since COVID started, but we went
actually,
40 something to 19.
No, I'm kind of ambivalent because as a group, we've done well. I mean, I'd say we're even from before the pandemic. Like we lost people, but then we added an equal amount of people. Yeah. And we've generated more business since the pandemic than we did the year prior. So I feel like we're doing great virtually, but I do know people miss each other. But I'm having everybody over to my house in 2 weeks for a party. So that's how we're going to do it.
Is anyone back full time? We went back in April full time.
We've been closed the whole time since last March, so a year and a half. We haven't gone back at all. And most of our one-to-ones have been by Zoom, but like I said, in like 2 weeks, I'm kind of throwing a big one-to-one gathering in my yard for everybody.
The problem is now the group's divided. Who wants to go back full time? Who wants to do a hybrid? Or who wants to do just Zoom? And that's happening in our group. So I think some people have said they're going to quit if we go back full time. Some people are going to quit if we just do Zoom. So
I think it's the same with our group, and we've kind of just been kicking the can down the street because our whatever regional leader is saying no right now to go back. But they opened up some virtual only groups, which has now been bad because we lost people to the virtual only groups who knew that they wanted to stay virtual once we were allowed to go back in person. So I kind of feel like it cannibalized us a little bit.
One of the things that we're having with our chapter is that this is one reason I want to be VP is a lot of people find it as an excuse to have their camera off or be driving. And I'm going to be VP and we're going to nip that in the bud. And because BNI's policy for liability is you can't drive.
Oh, we
So-
mark you as absent if you're driving or your camera's off.
And that's what we're gonna do. The VP is in our chapter last year, was just newer, didn't have the experience. And I've been doing BNI going on 10 years that you just have to enforce the rules. Otherwise it gets complacent and your chapter folds. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna enforce, we're gonna do that. We're gonna say, yeah, if your camera is off, you're considered absent. And then if you're driving, you're gonna be considered absent as well. You have to do that. So. Laura, I was gonna ask you, how is it in person then, if you're fully in person?
Oh, fine. I mean, we went in, everyone was 100% in agreement, and we actually went from 22 members down to 14 because people were sick of doing the Zoom.
Yeah.
So basically,
That's what
we
they
lost
are.
people because everybody was in agreement. We wanted to meet in person, and people just started dropping off left and right because they were so sick of the Zoom.
Laura, let me ask you, are you requiring like vaccination cards for people to show up in person?
No.
Are you requiring masks?
No. We don't have a mask mandate in place in Placer County. They do have one in Sacramento, but no. Actually, since we came back, nobody has worn a mask. So it wasn't required, so nobody wore one.
I don't plan on wearing one. I mean, I'm vaccinated, but you know.
Our Tim Roberts, our regional owner too, has said that if you gotta honor the county that you're in, their rules, and then the establishment that you're at. And so that stuff kind of trumps your opinion of it. So wherever you're meeting, depending either way on it, whether vaccinated, unvaccinated, whatever your opinion is, that, you know, they made that very clear that like that kind of trumps your perspective of it. And so you got to make sure that that's okay too with the chapter. So I think going in person, for us, it's just been a little messier. That's been my experience. I don't care either way. I mean, I think it's a personal decision, but that's not everybody's, and I want to respect that as well. But yeah, so that's what's tough, because no matter what decision you make going in person, somebody's going to be upset either way.
Exactly. Did you guys happen to meet, like we did outings, outdoors, of course, but we started last year. We were meeting in person and we did outings.
We did it, and that's one of the things that we want to do. We want to, because we're going to do hybrid as well, first week of the month, like Blaine. But I was like, we can watch football on Sundays together and just make it casual, not track attendance, all that stuff. So that way we get face-to-face interaction as well. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm literally the founding member of our chapter. So we have a few that are just inexperienced in it. Like, what's okay? I mean, we've all been there. When you're first in BNI, you kind of just don't know what you can get away with or what's okay. And I'm going to try to lead the way with just like, yeah, we can do other things outside of it. Let's go bowling or anything, you know?
We do a happy hour every 2 weeks.
That sounds magical, Vicki.
Yeah, and we've done it even before COVID. So
that's fun.
You know, whoever can make it shows up. But yeah, it's been great. And we've mixed it up. We've done bowling, like you mentioned, Sam. We've done all kinds of different stuff. And we'll go visit different breweries around, you know, Atlanta. And it's fun. It's a fun way to connect.
What I'm finding with the event stuff is people that are not as seasoned are complicating it. Like, we're going to track attendance, can be a meeting. It's like, no, we're just doing life together. That's what I tell people. As human beings, we're meant to do life together. Like, it's not, you don't have to complicate it. We're not tracking attendance. We're not reporting to the regional director. Like, that's not happening.
We'll record it as a 1-to-1, and we invite visitors, you know, hey, you know, if you want, you know, because sometimes it's hard to get people to commit to visit a meeting. So we'll bring a guest and buy them a beer, you know, at a happy hour or something. And I don't know, it's been working well for our chapter.
How big is your chapter, Vicki?
Oh, we have lost members, like some of you have mentioned. We're down to 19 members, but ironically, we just signed on 4 new, literally in the last 2 weeks, 4 new applicants.
Awesome. How about you, Laura, with in person? You said 14, is that what you said?
We were at 22 and now we're down to 14. We did just get a new member that signed actually today. But I don't know about you guys, but we have visitor day in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And everybody's coming, and so that will be interesting.
Beth,
Okay.
how about you? I haven't heard from you. Are you virtual or in person?
Yeah, thank you. I was waiting. A lot of people talking about good things here. We are 100% virtual. I'm the president and I'm going into being a president again for the new term. They elected me to be president again. I'm like, okay, I will do it. And so it's been really fun, but we're 100% virtual. But what you were saying, Vicki, is we get together. We have two options to do a lunch or a happy hour every single month. And today we have almost the whole group going to a lunch event. And
Nice.
so it's pretty cool. And that's been more successful so far than happy hours. For whatever reason, we only get like 2 or 3 people to happy hours. And so we're going to do one lunch a month and one happy hour a month so that we can actually get together in person.
That's awesome. I like that lunch idea. That
Mhm.
appeals more
Awesome.
to me, just
Yeah.
because of family obligations, you know?
That's what everybody's saying, that everybody has, family obligations in the evening, and so they'd prefer to do lunch. So we're trying it out, and almost everybody's going to be there. So it's going to be kind of cool
And
for the first
Cool.
time, because we have never gone back in person at all. And we're choosing not to because we feel like we can grow our group bigger. And yeah, everybody's tired of Zoom, but we're feeling like now we're getting people from 2-3 hours away that are joining our group. So I don't know. I feel like the opportunity is there, and I hope that we're right on staying 100% virtual.
Does anybody know if we're going to be given the choice to stay 100% virtual as a chapter, or?
I think it's up to you guys individually. Or,
I think it's your region,
yeah.
like your regional owner, what he opens up to, because obviously it's their liability. That's my understanding. It's region to region, not chapter to chapter.
Yeah, that's
Right.
for us.
Yeah. And basically, if you've made the decision to go 100% virtual, then you have to stay that way, because
Yeah.
now we've gathered these people from all over. I mean, they're like a bookkeeper from 3 hours away. And
Yeah.
she's coming to the lunch today, which is great to see her in person. And she had her first speech this morning. But yeah, I think that once you decide to go 100% virtual, you can't go back.
Right.
And Ivan Miser, he did a podcast on it in the last month or so. He talked about how there was challenges when we met in person, and there's challenges when we meet online, and it's overcoming those challenges. And he just talks about people are going to complain no matter what. They're going to find something to complain about. And
I
and it's
listened to that podcast.
and
Yeah.
it's really good. And he's talking about making the best of it. And it's no matter what, there's challenges, it's how you overcome and what you do with it. Our chapter launched in 2018. I'm the founding president, launched with 42 members. And then COVID started to happen. We went down to 30, and now we're down to 23. But our Thank You for Closed business is up 20% with half the members. And what I found is going virtual has really honed in who's all in the chapter and who wants to be here. I don't know about you guys, but I would take 15, 20 people that want to be here than to have a group of 40 and 75% of them don't want to be there. Because when we get back in person, we're going to scale, because we've heard that a lot of people want to go back in person. And so that's where I just remember that, they say a lot in BNI, coach up or coach out. If they want coaching, I'm here to help. But if you don't, I'm coaching you out, period. I'm going to be the VP. I've been doing this too long. BNI, I've been president 3 times. And I want to help you, but some people don't want help. Some people genuinely do not want to grow and get better in BNI. They want to complain. I heard Joyce Meyer, who's a speaker, she says, if you complain, you remain. If you praise, you raise.
I like that.
And that's always a good quote that I remember, that if you complain, you remain, so.
I mean, to me, it's, so many people are just so over Zoom. I don't know how our kids did it, honestly, for a year.
I agree.
It was very difficult for them. I mean, I can see it because I only do it once, twice a week, and I can't stand it. So, to be able to talk to people, to physically interact, to me is much better than sitting on the Zoom. And it's just difficult. I farm a lot. I actually walk 4,000 homes every month, and I like to meet people, see them in person versus, I'm not very good at the telephone, to be honest with you, as far as doing that. So I like to just go face to face.
So
think we're getting back.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. How'd that go? Everybody positive? Yeah, good conversation. What I wanted to do is just quickly, we're behind on time, and I promised you an hour and a half, but I wanted to quickly just share a couple quick ahas from our conversation leaders. So if Jose, you want to quickly just share what came out of your group?
Yeah, so we have some people, depending on the size of the chapter. Can you hear me?
Jose, you muted yourself.
You're muted.
Can you guys
Let's
hear
keep
me?
going.
It just showed Jose left. He's probably signing out and signing back in. He's having audio difficulties.
Jose's on two different pieces right now. He's on his phone and his computer, so give him a second.
Yeah.
Did everybody see Blaine's background? It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the toilet in the kitchen?
Yeah.
That's my nightmare listing.
Is it really your listing?
You can tell he's a jokester with that background.
You don't lose any cooking time that way.
The only thing missing, I think, is a telephone right there.
Brad, should we do one of the other team leads while we wait for Jose to get back on?
Good idea.
I'll quickly share what we talked about in the virtual. So a couple things, our biggest challenge, and I think it dovetails nicely with things that were suggested to work. Having getting visitors and inviting was definitely a challenge for us, and all of us have experienced some shrinking of our chapters. So one great idea was to really stress, the outside of the meeting opportunities to meet in person and even have inviting during that time. So one suggestion, which was fantastic, was to have an in-person networking event, whether it's a happy hour or a lunch or a breakfast in a place that's safe and outside, but then pull out your phone and let's all invite together. So that was a really fantastic suggestion. And then some of the things that were shared about making making the virtual meetings dynamic and interesting. We shared ideas about using the slide deck and things that we did with breakout rooms and being able to really keep the meetings lively and engaging for our members. So a lot of really, really great information and suggestions from our different panelists. And also how to use the slides. There are a couple things that are missing from the slide deck, which were pointed out. And then in the visitor recap, one thing that we've been very successful with is to use those PDF documents, which I think are on BNI University, about you've been invited. Then the second one is the membership, the application process. And the third one is why BNI. So those were some really great suggestions that were made at our meetings, and to keep in-person opportunities available for those who would like to take them as well. So it was a really, really great breakout. I learned a lot from my fellow virtual BNIers, and I think Brad is off.
I'm alive again, I think. Can you hear me?
Oh, great. I can hear you. Here you are.
I apologize. Sorry, I apologize. So I'll be quick on my breakout. So hybrid means different things for different people. So in our breakout group, some people meet the first week and then Zoom the rest of the week. In my chapter, we do 2-on-2, 2 in person, 2 via Zoom. And there's a chapter that they do both at the same time. Some people get to do the Zoom or they can go in person. There was a chapter that was like over 100 members, and that's actually what they're doing. One thing that was in a group, whether you survey all the members to see what they want, or the executive committee make the decision on which way to go. So those were some of the things that we discussed. And again, sorry for the techie issues. I apologize.
And I'll share, I missed a portion there, but I'll share from our group. One chapter gives out demerits for people hugging. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't actually happen. Most of everybody unanimously wanted to go back in person in our chapter, in our breakout session. And I think one of the struggles that I had brought up, I had 14 members of our chapter not at the actual meeting this past week, which was a little alarming for different reasons. But pretty much everybody has struggled with some level of attendance issues with in person, and also the protocol with handling COVID positive cases and that ebb and flow. So making sure that there's clear, distinct rules if someone tests positive or coming to the meeting, not together, right? Not testing positive and coming to the meeting, but if for some reason that happens, how is it handled? What's the protocol and what does the membership committee do? And also, making sure that we're monitoring attendance and finding a new policy that helps people through, because I think a lot of us believe that there's going to be an extended time where we're going to be dealing with this. It's not going to be just until next month. It's going to be all the way through the fall and winter and maybe even beyond. So overwhelmingly positive. I think everyone was really excited about being back in person. Some have been back in person for months. And like my region, we're one of the only chapters back in person. Everyone else is either hybrid. None are hybrid. Almost all are virtual out of the 33 chapters that we have. So did I miss anything? All right. So time ran a little short today. So there's a couple things that I just want to reiterate. 10:30 is just around the corner, but I did repost the link if you want to fill out your information. And I'm also going to share in our chat the actual spreadsheet. So if you want to pull up that information and see the spreadsheet, you can jump in there right now if you stayed to the end of the meeting. And Jose, do you have that, or I can probably do it real quick.
Brad, is that going to include everybody from the first sheet too, or did we have to go back in if we had already put our...
No, same sheet for both. It's just an updated link.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, I was not able to access the form. It kept telling me to try again later. Is there any way to get the form so that I can put my information in?
Yep. For those of you that need it, please just send me a message in the chat real quick and I can email it to you afterwards. I will not email it to the whole group of people that were on here because there's a challenge there for me to pull all the information together. But if you were not able to get in there, just shoot me an email. Okay. So thanks for bearing with us through all these technical difficulties. Does anyone have a testimonial or anything about this this group that you'd like to share?
Brad, I first off want to say thank you so much for getting all this together. You and Jose are doing top-notch work. I want to reiterate what Brandon said. He and I have been passing deals back and forth. It's been great having a great person to have on the other end. There's also another guy in the group, Eric Workman. He's out of Nashville. I sent a couple of deals his way a year ago. He just sent me a referral that turned into over $1 million worth of closed real estate. So this group works. It's just meeting up with everybody, doing the one-to-ones and staying top of mind, because when we have people moving out, it's just so awesome to be able to call you up and just say, hey, I got somebody. So yeah, thanks again.
Awesome. Fantastic. Anyone else want to share?
Brad, I wanted to say something really quick. This is Sam Eckerson, Orlando. thank you so much, Brad, for doing this. I've already connected people all over the country doing one-to-ones and then referred. I know, Brad, you connected me with people, connected with Jose in Miami and David Lang in Fort Myers and Michelle in Minnesota, that there's just so many people that that this has worked for me. And so I just highly recommend people get to know each other, do one-to-ones. This is not to spam. This is to add value, come from contribution, add value to each other, and do one-to-ones, because it definitely works, and utilize this platform that Brad has set up, because you will see a return for sure.
So for those of you who haven't done a one-to-one with Sam, I know is on a one-to-one tear across the country and being purposeful about meeting referral partners and really getting face-to-face with people via Zoom and doing a really great job with that. So I commend you for all the effort you're putting in, and I know it's translating into business for you as well. So
Yes, thank you.
Anyone else? This isn't meant to be thank you to Brad, but any other testimonials or takeaways that you've gotten from the group?
Jason Fields, Knoxville. Brad, I've truly got to thank you for reaching out to me. And this is a genius idea, what you guys have come up with, getting this rolling. And I think this is going to grow into a really, really big group. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us on your vacation.
It was worth it, believe me.
Good. Any referrals? Anyone have anything to refer out? I saw two so far. Craig Rosenfeld had a referral for Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. So if anybody knows an agent there or someone on the call that can connect it. And then one for land in Southern Arkansas for Sean. Anyone else have a referral they're looking to pay place right now?
That should actually be Alaska, not Arkansas.
Alaska? What part of Alaska?
We don't know the warmer part of Alaska. It's definitely going to be I need somebody with some knowledge.
There is not a warmer part of Alaska.
That's what I said.
That's where I was born. That doesn't exist.
I used to live you can call me.
Yeah, I was born in Fairbanks and have lots of connections in Anchorage and the surrounding area. So if you need a connection somewhere south, I've got some family in real estate up there. They might not be the one, but we can connect you with whoever you need.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brad.
Not a big surprise that you ended up in San Diego.
We were out when I was 4 years old. Any other referrals that we're trying to place today?
I'm looking for somebody in the Beaufort, South Carolina area to take care of a buyer whose home I just sold.
South Carolina. Great. That's Sarah.
I don't know how far Beaufort is from Charleston.
Well, if it's not on the call right now, I'll do my best to see if I can make that connection for you behind the scenes.
Thank you.
Any other referrals?
I've got a group going to Knoxville, but I need to, Billy, we probably need to chat. I guess it's like a big area out there, and apparently maybe you guys only cover certain areas, so I'm not really sure. But Billy, let's do a one-to-one and connect. We got to figure out some water area or something for them.
I'll reach out to you as soon as this is over.
Sounds great, sir.
All right. Anyone else?
I just put the Beaufort info in the chat.
Wonderful. There you go.
Are you from Beaufort?
No, I'm Las Vegas, but it's my realtor database.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
I got to go, everybody. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take our topic from this month, our second topic, and bring it into next month's meeting. We'll send out an email with a new date to put this together. The second topic was all about building your referral network, and Delinda brings up a point. She has a realtor database of people that she works with. We want to talk about building that. How do you select your referral partner? What do you value in them? And also, what are the ways that you can go about finding someone new in a market that you don't know someone? So I really want to dig deep on this because there are so many different ways and so many different opinions as to the best way to build your business and make it be profitable and make sure those referrals close at the same time. So If you're interested in that kind of content, we're going to bring that to next month's meeting. I'll shoot you out an email here very soon about the date and time. Similar format, and we'll make some adjustments so we can get through the first part of our meeting a little bit faster next time. So thank you for bearing with us. If it's okay with you, I'm going to close this out with a quote. It's an Ivan Meisner quote, as a matter of fact. And first, you have to be visible in the community. You have to get out there and connect with people. It's not called net sitting or net eating. It's called networking. You have to work at it. All right. Thank you all for being on the call today. Reach out if you have any questions, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brad.
I'm
This is
going to
great.
set up one-to-ones with a bunch of people, so expect an email from me.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, thank you.
Hey, Pat, you want to stop the recording?